It's winter, you and your friends are planning a cozy little party, and you want to bring a cheese board, but you don't know where to start. I'm Michelle from Cup of Zest, and today I'm going to show you how to build the ultimate winter-themed meat and cheese board that you and your friends are going to love. Let's get started. If you've watched any of my other cheese board videos, you know there are absolutely no rules when you put together a cheese board. Have fun with it, try something new, stick to your standard cheeses you love. Whatever you want to do, it's all good. So anything that I tell you today is really a guideline to help you build your very own winter-themed cheese board. The most important thing, though, to me at least, when putting together a cheese board is to stick to seasonal produce. So what's in season during winter? Citrus. Beautiful, beautiful citrus. There's such a variety right now, just like these mandarin quats and these tangerines. The biggest problem? Citrus doesn't pair very well with cheese. I learned the hard way. Like, we're just gonna go for it. Take a cute little kumquat, which is totally in season right now, and a piece of this Gruyere. We're gonna go for it, but man, it's not gonna be great. This combo just does not work, and here's why. The cheese is really great. It's got a lot of depth to it. It's salty, it's yummy, love, love, love. The citrus is really tart and bright, and together it's just not balanced. Even though the citrus and the cheese just don't work really well, I decided to keep a lot of the citrus on the cheese board because it's seasonal, it's beautiful. There are some things we're gonna talk about later on how to use it, but I need to figure out what else to put onto this cheese board. So I thought it would be a really great idea to focus on dried fruits, jams and jellies, and go that route because, there's not a lot of stuff in season other than our delicious citrus. So we've got some dried apricots, we have some dried cherries, we have some preserves, and it's gonna be great. Depending on the size of the party, I really like to stick to 6 meats and cheeses, like a combo of 6 meats and cheeses for my cheese board. Today for our winter theme board, we are doing 4 cheeses, 2 meats. They're all yummy, so let's go ahead and start talking about cheese, okay? First, we have an aged cheese. I always love having an aged cheese on a cheese board. We are using an aged Gruyere. It's quite yummy unless you eat it with a kumquat. You always want to think about the way people are going to be eating off of the cheese board. So I've already sliced this Gruyere. It's into nice little chunks. People can just grab a piece. It's fantastic. Normally, I like to do a bloomy rind cheese, but today we're doing something a little bit different. We have a washed rind cheese. That's a little hard for me to say. This is Red Hawk from Cowgirl Creamery up in Northern California. It's a little funky, it's creamy, it's delicious. This was a splurge, totally worth it. If you like a funky cheese that's also creamy, definitely check it out. I always love including a blue cheese on my cheese boards. Don't keep me to that. Remember, there are no rules and I might change things in the future. But as of now, I love a good blue. This is a classic blue cheese. It's a Point Reyes blue cheese. You can see just like how beautiful the blue streaks are in there. It's fantastic, so definitely give it a try. Lastly, it's really great to include a fresh cheese. This is actually goat cheese. I just mixed it with a little heavy cream, a bunch of honey, and then some orange zest. I really wanted to incorporate orange in some way into the cheese, and this was the best way to do it. It's delightful. Next, let's go ahead and talk about the charcuterie. Hello, meat. Yes. All right. This is delicious. Charcuterie can be a little expensive. We talked about that in the past. So you want to pick out something you really like. I do encourage you to go to the deli counter, especially if you have like an Italian deli near you, and try out some fun things. Like this bresaola. Hey bresaola, this is a cured beef. It's thinly sliced. I had them thinly sliced like you would prosciutto. I never tried it before, but a friend recommended it to me and I gave it a go when I was at the Italian market the other day, and I love it. Next up, we've got some salami. This is a Varzi salami. It's slightly sweet. It's got a little nutmeg in it. And I mean, it's just got this really great marbling of fat and a fun little outline, a little shape. It's really pretty and it's delicious. If you see it in the store, definitely give it a go. All right, so how are we gonna make this winter themed? We already talked about that a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and talk more about the winter citrus we've got. Went to the farmer's market. If you have one nearby you, I highly recommend going and just talking to the farmers about which citrus is really great right now. I found some fun things. These are Kishu mandarins. They're really delicious. Standard tangerines. I always like to try to find things that have leaves on them because it's just really pretty. Whole fruit with leaves on your cheese board. Fantastic. And the most interesting thing I found are actually these little guys. They are called mandarin quats. If I can pick one up. Aren't they funky? They're very tart, but they're delicious, and they're sweet little guys in the sense of like, look how precious they are. Yes, so adorable. They are a combo of a mandarin and a kumquat. So definitely check these out. Add some fun texture shapes onto your cheese board to use different citrus like this. When I was at the farmer's market, I also picked up some extra citrus leaves. These will go really great on your cheese board just as like decoration. You don't have to do this. You don't even have to get citrus. You can go the entire dried fruit route, but it's here. You're gonna find some fun varieties if you go to the farmer's markets. Why not try them? We're focusing on dried fruit and our jams and jellies. Let's get those all up here. And we'll talk all about these guys. Can't forget this. All right, we're gonna start with this guy. This is Quince Paste. Quince Paste. I have a hard time saying it. It's totally fine. Quince basically is a combo of a pear and an apple. When it's raw, I tried it raw, it's not really great. But when you make it into a paste, which I didn't make this, I bought this from Whole Foods. It's a delicious little fruit paste that goes really well with cheese. It'll probably go really great with a Red Hot. So pick some of this up if you want. Definitely a splurge item also, but you can, just put a little bit on and it'll last for a long time if you keep it in your fridge. All right, next we've got our dried fruit, some apricots, some dried cherries. I love these guys. They're just so good, but use whatever dried fruit you want. This is a fig and almond cake. A friend recommended this to me. It's basically dried figs and almonds like smushed together. I cut it up into pieces here. It's just a fun little, dried fruit option that might be different from what you would normally try. It's really good and just adds a little bit different texture to your cheese board. And then lastly, I found a tangerine marmalade. Whatever citrus jam marmalade that you can find will be fantastic. And then I'm very fortunate. I've got a friend who sent me she brought me some golden raspberry preserves. They're from Alaska. Thank you so much, Deanna. And these are going on our cheese board as well. So you got lots of options. Again, if you want to do cherry jam or if you want to do like a jelly, or if you don't want to do any of the things that I have here and try something totally different, go for it. Lastly, let's talk about some other little bits that you're going to put on your cheese board. Optional, not optional. All right, so we've got crackers. I've got a couple different varieties of crackers. I like these long guys. Different shapes. They just add some variety onto your cheese board, so not everything's a circle or a square or whatever. But if you want to just use one cracker, it's totally fine. But I like the variety. Got some pistachios for a little crunchy, salty action, and then some delicious olives. So go for it. All right, I think we've gone over everything. We've got the citrus. Oh, wait. We didn't quite talk about everything with the citrus. Let's just say this again, because I think I maybe missed this part. Okay, so winter citrus, gorgeous, beautiful, right? If you're gonna put it onto your cheese board, think of it as like a palate cleanser or a little snack to eat between different things. If you do want to try a piece of the citrus with some cheese, definitely add something sweet with it, maybe a little bit of honey, or toss some kumquats that have been cut in a little bit of sugar. I think that's gonna be the best way to pair some of the citrus with the cheese. So yeah, other than that, we're good to go. Let's go ahead and build this baby. First, we're gonna start by placing our cheeses. They're the most important thing. I think they're also kind of big, so it's good to put the bigger chunks on first. The aged Gruyere is gonna hang out in the middle. It's our centerpiece cheese, mostly because it's already cut, and that way people can just go ahead and pick up pieces when they want to. This little chunk, I'm gonna save it for myself for later. Next, we have our Red Hot. I'm gonna set it right there on the edge so it's easy for people just to dig right in. I have this cut chunk, and it's gonna hang out on the board just to encourage people to dig in. Next up, we've got our gorgeous blue cheese. I'm gonna put it on the corner here. You can put it this way or this way, but I just like seeing all this gorgeous blue. And then lastly, we have our honey citrus goat. Since it's in a bowl, it can go really wherever we wanna put it. I'm gonna just set it here. It's also great to know that you can move it around as you go, as you're building, if you feel like it would look better if it was over here or over here. Totally do that. Next up, we're gonna add our bowls of things. So anything that's gonna stay in a bowl or a jar, which basically is our olives, our tangerine jam, and our golden raspberry preserves. I think I'm gonna put you right there. This is kind of a good starting spot. You know, again, anything that's in a bowl or a jar can just be moved around however you want. I'm gonna go ahead and add our Quince Paste. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on as well because once it's set, it kind of needs to be where it's at. And if I place it close to the edge, I won't forget about it later. So it's just gonna hang out there. Next, we have our whole fruits and, you know, our cut little mandarin quats, these little sweet guys. So anything with leaves goes on my cheese board for sure. I think it's just gorgeous. And then the larger leaves that we have are gonna be placed on later towards the end. So we've got some of these larger pieces going on. These are gonna roll around, so if you wanna put them on later, you could totally do that, but I just went for it. Let's see, where else? Maybe over here. All right, let's get these crackers on here. Oops, making a mess, like I usually do. I like to put some of these crackers on the edges and let them hang off. Fun. And then maybe a couple over here. Not just two. Two is sad. We'll put 3. Stuff can move around. It's all good. Maybe 4 is better. I don't know. Making it happen. All right, and then some of these delicious guys next to the bowls on the edges. Got some over here. Yes, yes, yes. Now we're gonna get the meat on here. You just want to take, you know, whatever charcuterie you have and you can bunch them up together and you can fold them and just kind of place them into all these little spots where they kind of just hang out. Remember, the more you do this, the more you build cheese boards, the better you're gonna get at it as far as like making it look gorgeous. It doesn't have to be beautiful and perfect either. It can just be some like delicious cheeses lined up on a board. Super simple is also really good. But the more you practice, the better you're gonna get. So we'll put some of you here. Great, and I've got the bresaola, yum. Go ahead and fold this guy up. I love the texture on the edges. It's really pretty. Where do I wanna put you? Let's see. Maybe right over here. It's a nice little spot. It's almost like a flower. It's a flower of meat. Oh man, I go for that. I think I'm gonna put you right here, a little flower of meat. Gorgeous. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put in, you know, these little dried fruit bits, the pistachios, and also, you know, our fig and almond cake. So let's do it. Basically, these little pieces are just gonna fill into the holes. Think about color also. We've got a lot of orange going on, so, you know, maybe you can put the apricots anywhere where there isn't orange. Obviously, I'm using the cherries right now. I don't know what I'm talking about over here, but I'm just gonna go for it. Let's get some apricots in here now. Throw them over here. I know, orange on orange. Let's get some other colors in here, promise. All right, let's get... Oh, you guys, I'm making a mess, but that's normal. That's me. Get some more cherries in here just for a little bit color variation. Over here. Ooh, ooh, this is looking good. Yes, it is. Crazy, crazy, crazy good. All right, I gotta get some of this fruit stuff in here with our meat flour. And then I'll put over here. Still gotta get some pistachios in. Man, I always do this every time. All right, a couple more pieces. We'll be good to go. big guys. Yes. Okay. Pistachios. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so more pistachios over here. Fill in any little gaps that you see, but I think we're doing pretty good. I think a couple right here might be nice. All right, we are almost done. We just need to add in all this beautiful citrus leaves that I picked up from the farmer's market. All right, so let's go ahead and put you here. And the idea is just to add some more color and to, you know, make it feel a little bit more seasonal, winter seasonal. So what you can do is go ahead and just slide some of the leaves right underneath the food that you've got on here, especially things like oranges, tangerines. They're not oranges, they'd be way too big. And then just go for it. If you have any little leaves, like this little guy, they can kind of just be placed around the citrus with the kumquats. Yes, so pretty. We're just killing it, guys. Killing it over here. I cannot wait to see what you come up with. I know it's gonna be stunning. Pretty, pretty. All right, I've got a couple more pieces. I like the big ones, the big leaves. So pretty. It's gonna be gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous for your party, and everyone's gonna love it. And I just know that. You know it too, right? You're gonna put together an amazing cheese board for winter for your next little party, and people are gonna love it. All right, this is gorgeous. The last thing you have to do, spoons for your jams and jellies, knives for your cheeses, don't forget those. No one wants to, you know, dive in without a little knife to cut everything up. Hello. And then, do I need one more? No. Oh yeah, in here. Pop. All right, so this is it. It is ready to go. It is ready for you to make your very own winter cheese board. Take this to a party. You'll be set. People will love it. People will love you. Not that they already don't. And you know what? I just got to take a bite. You know the drill. So I'm going to go with my favorite cracker that's on here today. Some of our citrus honey goat. Yeah, look at that. And then a piece of the bresaola, because I tried it. I think it's gonna be really good with this goat cheese situation. I always take really big bites right before I'm gonna talk to you, but man, that is so good. The bresaola, our citrus honey goat, and a little cracker, yum. Everything else on here is gonna be fantastic. You're gonna love it. I know. I really want to eat more, but I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna let Keith take it to work tomorrow. Lucky him and his coworkers. Anyways, if you like this video, make sure to let me know in the comments below what you thought about it, what you loved, and what you're gonna be adding to your very own winter cheese and meat board. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do it now so you don't miss out on any more party food adventures. I'll see you next time. Bye. Cheese, give me all this cheese.